Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so for this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the 4K picture from my latest pickup that I got for the Exorcist Believer. Now I'm going to just say right at the start of this video, I actually enjoy the movie. I am one of these people that I can go into the cinema, completely blank out the original Exorcist movie because I know that there's absolutely no way this was ever going to hit the heights of the original. But unfortunately, a lot of people seem to go into this movie thinking that it might hit the heights of the original. And when they realized it didn't, they instantly bashed it. It got an absolutely terrible critical response, and I think it was a little bit harsh. Now, I'm not going to sit here and turn around and tell you all that you need to go out and check this movie out. It's not a great movie. It's never going to be a great movie. But it is decent. It's okay, and you know what? Sometimes okay is okay. I don't know what it is with audiences today. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground anymore. The movie's either good or it's shit. But like I said, it's decent. And I think it's worth checking out. And if you do go into it, if you are interested in checking it out, just go into it with an open mind. Maybe check out some of the reviews as well, because I think the reviews actually helped me, because my expectations were so low for it that I inevitably found some sort of enjoyment from it. And not only that, but if you can, just completely block out the original Exorcist movie, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you might get some enjoyment from it. Now, the first 40 minutes I actually thought was quite brilliant. When the girls went missing, I thought it was intriguing. It was kind of suspenseful as well. You were wondering what the hell was going on with the girls. And I thought the cast was quite solid as well. Big shout out to the two girls as well. I thought they'd done incredibly well. And not only that, but when you actually see some of the makeup on them, it does kind of take you back to that original Exorcist. It was very faithful. But as soon as the exorcism scene starts, that's when the movie goes down for me. Now, as a lot of you know, Ellen Burstyn does return in this movie, and the one thing that really frustrates me about it is when you check out the trailer makes it look like she has a real prominent role in this, but she absolutely doesn't. 10 minutes tops. And that's the one thing I hate when it comes to David Gordon Green. He done it with the Halloween trilogy as well. He brings back these legendary characters, but he massively underutilizes them. And it's such a shame, and she deserves so much better. I know she's 91 years old, and chances are she can only handle so much. But I think he definitely could have handled her character a lot better than he did in this. But regardless of the critical response the movie got, it actually done well at the box office. It had a budget of 30 million, and it grossed 137 million. And apparently this was a planned trilogy, and apparently the next one is going to be called The Exorcist Deceiver. Now, I think David Gordon Green has pulled out of the directing of that, and I think the movie has been removed from Universal's scheduling. So I don't know if it's still going to happen, but this movie, I think, is a decent stepping stone. And if they can get in a director that's established, someone like James Wan, you never know, maybe we might get that one fantastic Exorcist sequel that we all desperately want. Now, when it comes to the special features on this release, I actually haven't checked them out as of yet, but there is a couple of featurettes in there. I don't know what the running times are on them. Something's telling me they're going to be very short, but there is a few featurettes there to appreciate. And I think fans of the movie should be quite content when it comes to its special features. Right folks, so I'm going to take you around this release and give you a close look at it, and then I'm going to come back and talk about its 4K transfer. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so here we go, The Exorcist Believer. So there is a J card. I have removed that. I'm going to quickly bring it in and show it to you as per usual. And as you can see on the top, it gives you an idea of everything that's inside this set. It is strictly limited to 2,000 copies worldwide. And that's just a close look at your special features and your technical aspects. So that's the J card, and again folks, just be wide of those glue spots. Right, so on to the release we go, and I have to tell you, I am a big fan of this release. It does have a lovely, hard, rigid box. It has an amazing soft touch feel to it. One of the best that I've ever felt when it comes to Universal's releases. And as you can see, the artwork is quite simple. It's the two girls in their demonic state. Rather creepy looking, it has to be said as well. But the one thing I absolutely love when it comes to this set is nearly everything is black and white. You're not going to see too much colour through this release, and it just suits the movie to a T. And those ratings down the bottom, they're stickers, they can be removed. So that is the main artwork. I'm just going to quickly take us to the top. And as you can see, you got the Exorcist Believer. And right to the bottom, it gives you your limited number. Mine is 1089 of 2000. And then right onto the spine we go. Now this set does seem somewhat skinnier than most of the Universal editions. I'm not quite sure why that is. And then right around to the back, and as you can see, it's quite simple. It's a scene from the movie. You got a hand there with a bloodied crucifix. And as you can see, they're kind of sticking to that kind of black and white theme. And again, I just have to go back to this lovely finish that this box set has. It really is amazing. And it's only when you get it in your hand you realise how deluxe it actually feels. So, right, onto the contents inside. There you have it. And just snug in there as well. No movement whatsoever. And I'm going to take everything out and show you what we are dealing with. So, just let me put the box set to a side. So the first thing you see is postcards. And I think these are all kind of just dedicated to the children that you see in this movie. And that's one there. And I think, yeah, we do have one coloured one. So it is strange to see a bit of colour in this set. But it is rather nice. So that is the postcards. Oh, actually the backs of them as well. You just simply got the Exorcist Believer, and it's the same on all of them. Right. So that's the postcards on with the booklet as well. Again, nothing to be seen in terms of artwork. You just simply got the Exorcist Believer, and nothing on the back of it either. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. It's your typical booklet. You know yourselves. It's a write-up of the cast, kind of behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff as well. So, and there's a bit of a synopsis there at the start. So that's the booklet. Put that to a side, and then on to the steelbook we go. Now, I'm not going to say it's one of the most exciting steelbooks I've ever seen, but you know what? It works well. It works well for this set. It suits it. And the steelbook itself does have a simple matte finish to it. There is no spot glossing, no embossing or debossing, anything like that going on. So that is the main artwork, and onto the spine we go. And then right around to the back, and as you can see, it's another scene from the movie. I don't want to say it too much because I absolutely do not want to spoil it for anyone. So what I'll do is I'll open the steelbook up in full so you can get a good idea of it. It's not horrible, but it's not particularly all that great either. So, right, turn it inside, and let's see what we are dealing with it. Now we have the disc here. That is your 4K disc. So put that to a side. And then, of course, you have your Blu-ray disc. Sorry, there we go. And then lastly is the inside artwork. And of course, it's the two girls again. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to just do a quick recap here at the end. You have the steelbook. You've also got that booklet. Of course, all your postcards, all four of them, that is. And of course, that amazing box set that holds it all in. It's a very nice release. Right, so on to the 4K transfer. So I'm going to make this short and sweet. The movie looks great on 4K, but I also have to give a big shout out to the Blu-ray that you get inside this release, which looks equally as beautiful. So yes, we are dealing with the more subtle kind of upgrade here. And if you're going into this 4K release thinking it's going to be a night and day difference over the Blu-ray, you're going to be somewhat disappointed. Even when you look at the Dolby Vision and the HDR colours in this, it doesn't drastically change things. But the one thing you will notice when it comes to the Blu-ray and the 4K, and again, it's no surprise here because of Dolby Vision, the picture on the 4K does look somewhat darker, but I have to tell you, it lends very, very well to a movie like The Exorcist Believer. The black levels are absolutely extraordinary on this one. It kind of reminds me of The Nun 2. The transfer is almost identical. The blacks are absolutely incredible, and this is the main reason to why you want to check out this 4K transfer. It is so unbelievably deep, and it just adds that incredible bit of depth that I'm always looking for when it comes to a 4K transfer. But you will also notice a lot of the greenery in the movie at the start of the movie, that kind of autumn look that it's going for. You will notice that there is an enhancement in colour there with the Dolby Vision. You know, the orange of the trees just look a little bit more orange. But again, it's not a drastic difference over the previous Blu-ray. But the picture is unbelievably sharp. Contrast looks absolutely amazing on this as well. It is a fantastic looking 4K transfer, and you're not going to be disappointed, I can assure you. It's a good looking picture on this. Now you also get a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, and again, I'm always saying it, but horror and Dolby Atmos, it just goes hand in hand, and surprise surprise, this one sounds absolutely immaculate as well. There's two scenes in particular I thought was quite brilliant. The earthquake at the start gives you a great sense of that bass. It just rumbles the room out of it. And not only that, but when you do watch the exorcism scene at the end of it, you know, you hear a lot of people chanting. You can hear a priest kind of, you know, saying his prayers, and then the two kids does these demonic voices coming out of them, and it all sounds perfectly clear. You can hear everything, no matter how chaotic that scene is. You can make out every single bit of dialogue. And there is some amazing separation with your speakers there as well. So it's a solid sounding Dolby Atmos soundtrack, and I think you're going to have few complaints with that as well. So there you have it, folks. Just a simple little review here of the 4K transfer of this release. And as you can tell by my video, I am very satisfied with what we see here. A good solid 4K picture with an equally solid Dolby Atmos soundtrack. What more can you ask for? So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please share your thoughts on this movie. I am very curious to hear your thoughts on this one. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.